Online it will take some time, as I've changed the Wi-Fi, it will take some time to get adjusted. So please wait. However, please keep listening. Okay. At least it is somewhat better, I think. Keep listening. Let us see. If it is not working well, we have ordered something else. So until it gets, we just have to cope up with this one. Okay. So next part, if you ask me, today we are supposed to discuss about interface. Whenever we have to discuss about interface, what exactly do you mean by interface? Is the very first question that all of you will get. But as of now, I'll not discuss what you mean by interface. Okay. But however, before that, there is something else that all of you should know. What is that something else? Assume that way back in 1940s, in 1920s, how exactly they were storing the data? Any idea? 1920s. They used to maintain one big books. Even today, if you go for SBI Bank or any other banks, even your parents or their parents' data is not in document or not in soft copy. It's still present in big books. So what we call that as ledgers. 1920, 30, 40 till somewhere around 80s. They used to store it in ledgers. Okay. However, in 1990s, what exactly happened? What exactly happened is that Bill Gates have invented multitasking computer, because of which the price of computer drastically got reduced. Okay. Because of which everyone started purchasing. Whenever I say everyone, does it mean that normal common people? In 1990s, when you were born, was there any computer in your house? Here and there, one or two people may have it, but most of them were not having it. Who were using it? Only big organizations. Only big organizations were having computers. Okay, so next one. Now some of you will be thinking, sir, this is totally irrelevant topic. So I'm taking it from here. Definitely there will be a reason. Please do listen to it. You will get a clear picture. Getting my point? Now data was present. Sorry, computers were being used only by big organizations. How many were there in that big organization category? If you ask me, only 30% of total population will come under big organizations. Means if there is any such big organizations, only they will use it. Okay. So how many or what? How many people or how? What is the category that will come under big organization? If you ask me, out of total, it is only 30% of them who will come under big organization. Then what about remaining, sir? What about remaining? It comes under normal common people who does not really require the concept of compute. Yes. Later, now this later after 1990s, whichever big organizations were there, what exactly they started to do? The data was present in ledger. Is there any disadvantage if it is present in ledger? What is it? Normally, my question is, why exactly we have to store the data? Why we will store it? Preserve it. Why? Later, whenever we need it, we should be able to access it. Access it, does it mean that? Okay, I'll give you one example. Assume that while you are traveling on road, one accident occurs. Immediately, it is a hit and run case, you assume. Am I audible online?
Yes, Roddy.
I think yes.
Yes.
Okay. There is no more any lag, I guess. Is there any lag? No, I believe.
No, sir.
Guys, can anyone from online, can anyone unmute and speak?
No, sir.
I'm unable to hear it.
No lagging, sir.
Okay. Okay. Just wait. Just wait. There is something running in the background. Am I audible now?
Yes, Rodney.
Okay. And I think there is no video lag also. Is there any lag?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So next what? As I've already told, it is only 30% who are using computers. Next what? Whatever data that was there, they wanted to convert it into, or as I've already asked you, why exactly we will store the data? So I was giving one example. There is one hit and run case you assume. Hit and run case means he committed an accident and he left the place. Okay, but somehow you noted the vehicle number. Okay, if this is the case wherein ledgers are maintained. Okay, so immediately what you will do, you will go to RTO office and you will ask him to check. Check what? This vehicle number belongs to which person? Who is the owner of that vehicle? You will ask him to check. They will start checking. Will they be able to retrieve it quickly? Why? Because they have to check all the ledgers one after the other, and it is a time consuming process. Agreed? Yes or no? It will consume so much of time. They have to check one after the other. By the time, the person would have left the country. Yes or no? So what exactly I am trying to say is, not only that, even if they are keeping ledgers, don't you think there is a possibility of losing the data? If someone, whenever you write exams, your parents' marks card, is it available in soft copy? Some of your parents might be having it, but those who have done way too early, okay, they would not be having marks cards also properly. Even today, if you want to check their date of birth, you should go to school only. You should check the ledger only. Yes or no? School things I'm speaking about, not about college. School things I'm speaking. Yes or no? So, what is the way we can avoid it? How can we avoid it? Here, whatever is there in the ledger format, whatever is there in ledger format, what we should do? Ledger will be there. What we should do? This, we should store it in, or we should transfer this to where? Here I will tell that this is your hard disk. I should transfer it to hard disk. Hard disk means what? Why to hard disk only? That is the primary memory or secondary memory. However, if I take that part, some of you will be like, sir, primary this one, secondary this one. Okay, is this permanent or temporary? Hard disk I want to save because it is permanent memory. Whatever you will download, say suppose movies you are downloading or anything you download, where it will get stored? Hard disk. Why? So that you can access it later also, and it is anyways a permanent memory. Okay, and whatever the programs you run or whatever you are using, applications you are using, that will run on RAM, which is temporary memory. Once if you turn off the computer and turn on, all that program which is not saved will get deleted. Okay, so now I want to transfer this data from here to here. What will be there? There will be database. Now I want to transfer this data. So to transfer this data, what exactly I can use? How can I transfer? For that also, manually, if we keep on doing, years together it will take. So how can we do it then? We can use various programming languages. Okay, first assume that C we will use. Okay, can we transfer using C? No, it is not that efficient to
use C programming language to transfer the data from ledger to hard disk. So later will come C++ or ultimately C++ or Java only we will use also. In Java, what we can do? We can store the data, but not in organized manner. And more than that, in Java, if we use also, we can store one particular value at a time in one variable. Yes or no? Like that, we will consider n number of variables and we will transfer it to database. But at any point of time, how many variables we can store? I mean, how many values in a variable we can store? If there is one variable, inside that variable, you can store only one value. Yes or no? So it will consume lot of time. Then what is the solution? What is the solution? So later they came up with, by the year 1990s. Okay. Also, there was one more concept which was introduced. We call it as database management system or software, we can say. Whenever I say management, manage means what? Now I want to manage the data. Not here, not here. Then where I should write? Okay, here I'll write. Manage the data means what? Manage the data means what? Sorry? More than that, managing the data basically means we should store the data in such a way, store the data, what? Permanently, and retrieve it, what? Efficiently means what? Whenever I say efficiently means what? Whenever I speak about efficiency, it all depends on time. You should consume less amount of time. Yes or no? We should store the data in such a way you should be able to store it forever. And you should be able to retrieve it in such a way you should be able to retrieve in less amount of time. For that hit and run case, if you take 1 year for searching only, will it work? No. You are storing the data, that is true. For what purpose we are storing? We are storing for that purpose so that we can retrieve it at the earliest. Getting my point? And also storing the data does not mean that I will store Naveen, first data. Second, my date of birth, 2, 1, whatever. Okay, I'll store the date of birth and then I'll store the address. I'll store parent's name. Okay. But if I store it by mistake, if I store for my name, some other's father name, for some other's address, some other's date of birth, is it valid? No. You should store it in organized way. Yes or no? That will we be able to achieve it using C, C++ or Java? 100% no. Then what exactly can we use to store the data in an organized way? Wow. SQL we will use. That is a software where we will use SQL. Okay. However, anyways, SQL we should use, that is true. But what is the purpose of storing it in organized way only? Understand. Okay. What I can tell is, one simple example I'll take. Even today, if I want to watch the weather report of next 1 week, can I watch or not? How? Where I didn't ask. How? Where if I ask you, that is in weather app, that is true. How? Because from past 10 years or 15 years data, whatever weather reports are there, they have stored it in an organized way. Assume that from past 10 years on this day, if it is raining, today what will happen? Today also it will rain. From past 10 years means what is the date today? June 8th, year is 2024. Assume that June 8, 2014, it was raining. June 8, 2015, it was raining. June 8, 2016, it was raining. In a similar way, if I continue on June 8, 2023, what will happen? Definitely it will rain. On that basis only, they are analyzing it and they are giving us the data. But does it mean that it is 100% true? No. Sometimes in weather app it will display saying that it will rain, but will it rain? No. Sometimes it will happen, but on what basis they are doing it? Whatever the data that they have stored in an organized manner, using that they are doing. Assume that I have stored weather, but I have not stored on which date. Is it of any use? It is of no use. Clear with the point? So next what, sir? DBMS was there. Okay. Which are all the DBMS companies that are available? That were available, or at least? Okay. Oracle was there. Then MySQL, and then don't you think I can store the data and organize by using Excel also? MS Excel, Microsoft Excel I have written. Okay. Now these all companies were database management softwares. Okay. Now the question is, how many people are out of overall market, how many percentage of people were using computers? As I've already told, it is just 30%. Okay. Out of 30%, whenever I say out of total population, it is 30% who are using. Out of that 30%, what will happen? Different softwares are there. For database only, different are there. So what will happen is, initially they will take 20% of people. They will take 20% of people. It is not about taking. It is all about they will be able to reach, or only 20% of people were using Oracle software, 20% DB2, 20% Sybase. Means when there are multiple options, everyone will choose different options. Yes or no? So now with this 30% only, how long these people can run their companies? There are different database companies, that is Oracle, DB2, Sybase, MySQL, MS Excel, all these are there. Okay. Using these, for these companies, how long will they be able to run? By using this 30% people only. Because only 30% are using big organizations. Will they be able to run for longer time? No. Soon after, every day in Bangalore or in any other big cities, IT hubs, every day there will be one or the other new startup will open. Yes or no? If there are startups, initially they will run well, but soon after some time, what will happen? It will be difficult for them even to survive. Yes or no? Yes or no? Even for them also, using this 30%, it was really difficult for them to survive. So what they will do? Whenever it is difficult, because even if they go for small school, assume that Oracle will go to one small school or small PG, you assume, they will start saying that we are having one database where you can store all your students' data, or your candidates who are staying in PG, their data you can store and you can use it. But what that library person will say, sorry, not library, PG person will say, they will definitely say that we are having very less number of candidates, we don't really are in need of software or database management software. It is not really needed for us. So what they will do? So they cannot acquire total market. How much they can acquire? Only 30%. So what they will do to survive only? They will start giving the offers. Yes or no? Sometimes if you see, some of them will give some cloth shops or brand factories. What they will do? Offers. What offers? Sorry? Many offers they will give. Whenever they are closing it, they will give a huge amount of discount, so that at least whatever products they have, that will get sold or sold. Yes or no? In a similar way, here also they started doing the same thing. What they will do? If you take subscription for 1 year, you will get 1 more year free. If you take now, you will get 50% off. Yes or no? In a similar way, here what they will do? If you take for one particular product, you will get 1 more product free. MySQL also will give one or the other offer, but MS Excel, which is related to Microsoft product, have you ever seen any discount in Microsoft product? You will never ever get it. neither now nor in future. You will never ever get any sort of discounts in Microsoft product, be it any product. You will never get discount. Okay, it is one such company which will never ever give any discount. If you want, you pay and take. If you don't want, you leave. As simple as that. Okay. However, initially they were doing this, but later what will happen? Yes. Later what will happen? Again, they will, each and every company will be in the verge of closure. Yes or no? By the time, when exactly Java was invented? Unofficially, it was in 1992, but however, officially, it was on 1995. Okay, 1995, Java was introduced. By the time, they were doing all this, Java already was in the firm. Okay, Java already got introduced. So now, what these people will do, if you ask me, they were all trying to compete with each other, trying to grab the market. Very first person who contacted Java is Oracle. Oracle will contact Java. Okay. Now, before proceeding to this concept, I just want to ask one question. Today, Java is open source or closed source? I need answers, guys. It is a closed source. Okay. Today it is closed source. Why it is closed source? Definitely, in interview they may ask you this also. You will say platform independent, it is secure, it is robust, it is, the other one is closed source. First, you should know what do you mean by open source and what do you mean by closed source. If you don't know that only, forget about understanding here why it became closed source. However, here, first Oracle contacted Java because they wanted to survive. All of them wanted to survive, so they will keep on trying new things. Yes or no? So what exactly they have done? Oracle contacted Java, and what exactly they will say? We are unable to run our business. I need help from you. In seek of help, they will go there. Who will go? Oracle. To whom they will ask? Java. Okay. And they will anyways agree. But the question that they will ask is, how can I help you? Because Java is a programming language, whereas database is a structured or whatever. For storing the data, it is one software. How can I help you? So what exactly Oracle will say if you ask me? Definitely you can help me. You should do one particular thing. What is that one thing? Ultimately, way back in 1990s only, you assume, what was the process to deposit the money? If you want to deposit the money way back in 1990s, what was the process? Go to the bank. Are you a VIP by any chance? They will give first chance to you only. No. Then what you should do? Stand in such a lengthier queue, you are not even sure whether you will be able to deposit or not, but still you will stand in queue and wait. Am I right? And then whenever your chance comes, you will give the money and you will give also the account number so that the amount will get credited to the account number. But are we sure that we will get a chance to deposit the money even after standing in queue? We are not sure. Sometimes we are waiting. All of a sudden, it becomes 1 o'clock, they will put directly one board saying it is lunch break. That was one such real-time problem, yes or no? Not only that, even today, if you want to see your results, not even today, whenever you are in school, if you wanted to see your results, what was the option? How you used to see the results? Was there any concept of watching it online? I don't know. During your time, my time at least, it was not there. Okay, we should go to manually school, check your notice board or contact your class teacher so that you will get the marks card. But in today's world, your cousins, son or whosoever in your family, there would be small kids who are going to school. If you want, you can watch the results on internet, directly online. Yes or no? Even small schools are having this facility nowadays. Yes. Now, what they will say, anyways, but way back, they used to go manually, stand in a queue and do it. So what Oracle have told to Java, if you ask me, they told that rather than they waiting here, we can develop one interface. Okay, interface means one common thing for this one, common medium for this one as well. In between two things, one common interface we can develop. How it will help? rather than them waiting here to deposit the money. Okay, in front end, something will be there from front end. Whatever operation they want to do, they will select that operation, they will choose that, and once after, if assume that they want to withdraw the money, okay, they will click on withdrawing the money, and then what will happen? In the back end, your Java program should run, and it should be getting connected with database, check what is the amount rather than you checking, opening the ledger, how much is the balance, if balance is available, then you give the cash. Rather than doing all these things, we will develop one interface. But I want your help in such a way, it should get connected with Java in the backend so that we can store the data in the database. Yes or no? That is what we call it as your ATM machine. Yes, or otherwise, even that if you wanted to take the tickets, forget about your parent, even you would have faced that. Yes, if you wanted to take tickets previously, what you used to do? Go manually stand in a queue, you are not sure whether you will get a ticket or not, but still you will stand and you will struggle, and sometimes you will get, sometimes you will not get. But today, is there any way that you will not get a ticket? Just that you have to log in early. Yes, if it is there, definitely you will get it for sure. Am I right? Same way it works here also. So they have explained everything to Java, and Java agreed to it. Okay, fine. Ultimately, there is nothing that I am going to lose. However, there is one condition. What is that condition? What is that condition? If you ask me, Java put only one condition. Whatever changes that we have to perform through the code, that you should do by yourself. I will not do it and give, because that is not my cup of tea. Ultimately, you want to make Oracle compatible with Java. That is for your own sake. There is nothing that I'm going to get. So you should only develop the code part. Whenever I say code part, you guys think and tell me, whenever you open any application, or if you are clicking on check balance, all of you are using PhonePe. If you click on check balance, whatever the amount that it will show, do you think it is stored in your mobile, inside your mobile? No, then how it will work? Where it is present? The database is present in mobile. Then first it will establish the connection. Connection with whom? With server which is present somewhere else in some other computer. In some country it will be present. Yes or no? You will get connected to that server. In that server somewhere database will be present. You will get connected to that. And then once you get connected, then what? You will perform some operation or action, we can say. Yes, that is checking your balance. Yes, once you checked your balance, then what? Should we leave that connection as it is? Assume that you are, in your bank account, there is 1 crore rupees. Assume. I'm saying assume. Okay. Assuming that there is such a big amount in your bank account, you wanted to check balance, because of which you have established a connection, you checked your balance. After that, should we keep that connection open? No. Why? There is a problem, or nowadays there is, way tight security for that. But however, way back, what used to happen? Hackers used to breach that network between you and the server, and they can easily loot the money. Am I right? So to avoid that, what else you should do? You should also close the connection. Yes. Something they will write. Who will write this? Am I speaking developer or tester here? According to this scenario, who should write it? Will Java write it? Java put only one condition: these changes, whatever you want, you should only do it by yourself. We will not do it and give it for you, because ultimately it is, you are doing this for your profit. There is nothing that it is going to help me. Yes. Assuming that if it is done, what Oracle will do? Now they can contact even a small bank. Yes, as and when days progress, everyone started using computer, but there was no concept of ATM machine. So later what they have done? They told that we will anyways contact even a small bank, small, library, even school, even PGs, everywhere they can contact and they can tell that for this particular, feature, you can use this particular thing, so that you can avoid queue. or real-time problem, whatever you are facing, you can avoid that. Yes or no? So they have done that. Next what? They told this condition. However, don't you think others are also struggling? Who came first to Java? Oracle. Later, what will happen? Somehow DB2 will get to know that. See what our competitors are doing. Just like BGS is there and many other competitors are there. What they are doing, we know. What we are doing, they also know. It is quite common. So they will get to know anyway. So what they will do? Even they will approach. Even I am in the verge of closing my company. Can you please help? Anyways, what is there to lose for Java? Java will say, okay, I'm okay with that. But again, what will be the condition? You have to develop your own code to make your database compatible with Java. I'm not going to write it. So what it will say? DB2 will say, okay, I'm fine with that. I will only develop my code. So they will also start developing the code. DB2, what they will do? They will start doing it. They will write. Assume that make connection. For what purpose? For establishing the connection. Next what? Perform they will do. Yes. And next what? Terminate. They will give like this, you assume. This is not the actual case. Assume they will give it like this. Yes. Like this. Everyone will contact, Java, they will start doing it except MS Excel. MS Excel will never contact anyone for any help. They will keep doing by themselves. However, everyone contacted, but who contacted first? Oracle. That you keep it in your mind. Now, all those who are using Java, along with respective databases, they started complaining. What is that complaint? If we are using Oracle database, if I want to establish connection with any server, what is the method name? Do connection. Sleeping or what? If I want to establish connection with any server, and if I am using Oracle database, which is the method name? Do connection. If I want to establish, anyways, I have established the connection, but I want to perform any action. Execute. Meanwhile, if same Java developer, there is a chance that he may use another, he may be working for another project also. At same point of time, he may be working for two projects. Whenever he is working for another project, okay, so he want to establish connection with one more database which is using DB2. Okay, now what is the method name? Make connection. Like that, other two companies will also develop their own methods. Don't you think now it is difficult for Java developer to remember all this? If I'm using Oracle, then do connection. If I'm using DB2, then make connection. If I'm using Sybase, then some other method. Yes or no? Don't you think it is difficult? So what exactly the company Java did was, they called all these companies, whoever was seeking help, they called all these companies for a meeting. And he directly announced that whatever you want to write, you write. Do connection for what? For establishing the connection. For execute, performing. And for close connection is for basically closing the connection. Whatever body you want to give, you give it. But there is one condition. Whatever method names you want, you cannot give it. There is one particular condition. What is that condition? Java created one particular interface. And they have told that rest everything, whatever you want to do, you do it. But method names always, everyone, okay, whoever is there, whichever companies are seeking for help, everyone should use like this. So now, this is not the proper way, is what Java have conveyed, and they have put this condition. Okay, this is developed by whom? So now the question is, Java is giving what? Forget the term interface. If I am discussing interface concept, does not mean interface it will give. What do you mean by interface then? First, do understand what does it mean. So what exactly Java has given? What is the condition by Java?
Method name key.
Method name should be same. If I want to establish connection, whether you are using Oracle or whether you are using DB2, if you are from, Sybase company or if you are from MySQL company, does not matter to me, is what said by Java, and they told that body, whatever you want, you give it. I don't care. Ultimately, this is the body for establishing the connection. This is the body for performing some action. This is the body for closing the connection. Body, whatever you want, you give. I don't care. But method name, whatever you want, you cannot give. What is the condition? If you want to establish a connection, then always you should use get connection only. Yes, always we should use get connection only. If we want to perform some operation, then definitely we should use execute. Like that, Java have made one compulsion. Body, whatever you want, you give. But method name should be like this only. Getting my point? And again, all these methods inside whatever the interface that they have created, I'm just giving these method names as example. Now, if Oracle is creating code for establishing the connection, what will be the method name? Get connection. If same thing is done by Sybase, what is the method name? Get connection only. If it is done by DB2, get connection only. Yes or no? Now, who was the first company which approached Oracle? Which means almost 60% of the code was developed, already developed. So all of a sudden, whenever Java put this condition, what exactly they have to do? They just have to change the method name. They have done that, and they have very first, they only have released into the market. They have developed ATM machines, they have developed, online result checking sites, and many other booking the shows and many other applications they started developing using these two combinations. But using this, what is the benefit? 60% of the market was occupied by Oracle, and remaining 10%, 10%, 10%, and 10% was acquired by remaining other companies. Now, when Oracle is competing and they have occupied 60% of the market, don't you think any day their competitors also can become successful? Because what they are going to do, they will also do the same, and they will start selling it for lesser price than what Oracle is offering for. Then definitely people will start purchasing it. Yes or no? So what they have done, very first thing, first time they contacted Java for what purpose? First time Oracle contacted Java for what purpose? For seeking the help. Help for what? Because they were almost in the verge of closing the company. So they wanted help to keep it alive. Yes or no? So somehow they contacted. Second time, once they acquired this market, second time, again they contacted Java. This time, why they contacted Java, if you ask me? To purchase Java company itself. So that later, Oracle directly purchased this complete company called Java, or programming language itself they purchased. Now the question is, they have purchased anyways. What is the very first task that they have done? What is the first task that Oracle have done after purchasing Java, if you ask me? They made this Java as closed source. Why? Rather than trying to, destroy DB2, rather than trying to destroy Sybase, rather than trying to destroy MySQL, what they have done is they made it as closed source. If they made it as closed source, these people, will they be able to make this DB2 compatible with Java? No. Will they be able to make Sybase compatible with Java? No. By default, by themselves, they will only close. Getting my point? But in the beginning, Java was a open source. Anyone may ask you, in the beginning, Java was open source. Open source means what? In simple words, if I have to say, assume that I am developing, okay, assume that Java was open source, means what? Assume that I am a software engineer who is working in Java company itself, and I get one idea. This is one new feature which we can add it. Okay. So what I will do, I will directly add it, because I am a software engineer of Java company only, and in that project only I am in. Okay. But assume that there is some freelance engineer, means he is not working for any company, but he knows very well about Java, and he will get one idea or one feature. So he is willing to add it. Can he add it? If it is an open source, definitely he can add his feature to that programming language. He can contribute. Getting my point? But later, If you make it as closed source, what will happen? It will never work. You can never, means if you are a software engineer of Java and if you are in that project, you can add it. If you are not a part of it, you can never add it. Means very first thing Oracle have done is they made it as closed source. Clear? However, now what Java have given? Method names only. It will never give the body. Now you think and tell me who should give the body to it? All these companies, respective companies should give the body to it. Yes or no? Now my point is, what I want to say is basically interface means what? This is just an example that I have considered. Basically interface means what? I believe all of you already know. If you don't know, interface is nothing but, don't tell me you're all hi-fi definitions, it is pure abstraction, that this so and so, I don't want. Okay. Even in, if you tell it in interview also, no. If you are telling that, even other 1,000 people also will be telling the same. I know that it is a pure abstraction, so, etc., etc. I can tell that. But when everyone is saying the same, if you also tell the same, how you are unique. Okay. My point is, what you can tell, what exactly Java have done, it is just an example that I'm considering. Getting my point? It is not that they have given this name only. Or don't tell to interviewer saying that, sir, Java have given some names, sir, method names. Basically, interface means what? Interface is nothing but collection of public abstract methods by default. Sir, should I make it as public abstract, sir? You need not do it. By default, it will be public abstract. If you declare any interface or if you create any interface, by default, whatever methods are there inside that, it will be public also, abstract also by default. Should I do it? No. By default, it will be there. But my question is, why it is public, why it is abstract? Question it is. I don't want your answer, I mean.
Because we have to
Already
inherit
done,
it
right,
and
for you.
because we have to inherit it and modify the method.
Simple question is, public you forget, at least abstract all of you know, right? Basically, they have done it as abstract. Why? Basically, abstract method means what? This is given by Java. You think and tell me, will it give the body? According to what I explained you, Java, will it give the body? No. What will it give? It will just give the method names. Who should give the body? In this scenario, who should give the body? Oracle should give the body, DB2 should give the body, and other companies, whoever want to make it compatible, they should give the body. Yes or no? Here, ultimately, it is abstract because there will not be any method body. Only method names will be there. Getting my point? Second thing, why it is public?
So that everyone can access.
So that everyone or anyone can access. Same answer. Such a standard all of you will follow. Public is because ultimately body is it given by this particular company? Body is it given by this particular company? Who will give the body? Who will give the body? Oracle will give, DB2 will give, Sybase will give, etc., etc. will give. But will Java ever give the body? What Java will give? Only method name without any body. That is the reason it is abstract. Yes or no? Ultimately, if body has to be given, don't you think they should override it? Overridden methods, I hope all of you still remember. Overridden methods means what? In parent class it is there, first I'll inherit and I'll modify. So I have to inherit it and I have to modify it. That is the reason these methods are declared as public, so that it is visible for all these companies. Clear with the point? Yes, no? Online?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So normally if I ask you, what do you mean by interface? What can you answer? Interface is nothing but a collection of public abstract methods. Yes or no? And normally in inheritance, what is the keyword that we used to use? I mean, that we were using to create the relationship? Extends. Sir, what about this interface concept, sir? Okay, there are 2 to 3 keywords that you should remember definitely. Which are those? First one is for creating interface, which is the keyword that we will use. Interface by itself is one keyword. Getting my point? So how to use it? If you ask me, then which is the marker? See here. Now, whatever methods you will write it inside interface, you should put semicolon for sure. Getting my point? Because why it is abstract? Because I have to put semicolon because there is no body to it. As there is no body, I am making it as abstract. Getting my point? We should put semicolon not because it is abstract. We should put semicolon because it is not having any body. As there is no body, we should also make it as abstract. And then here, we will make this as public. As I've already told, I believe all of you understood. Yes. And next what, sir? Ultimately, as I've already told, Java is somewhere here at the top. Okay, Java have given some rules. Okay, they have given one interface also. Now there is which all companies? Here somewhere there is something called as Oracle. There is something called as DB2. There is something called as Sybase. These all companies are there. Okay. Now I want to whatever is given by Java, the method name, I should be able to access it. I should be able to access means what? Oracle should be able to access it. DB2 should be able to access it. Sybase should be able to access it. How can I make it happen? Public is already done. Don't you think there should be some sort of relationship between Java and Oracle, Java and DB2, Java and Sybase? What relationship we will establish? Assume that I'll establish this one. What is this? This we call it as is a relationship. That is nothing but parent and child relationship. But do I want parent and child relationship here? 100% no. If I put straight line, it represents easy. But I don't want to put. I will put dotted line. Okay. Dotted line represents. Straight line represents what? It represents extents. Yes. What exactly your dotted line represents? It represents. This dotted line represents implements. Extents we will use in parent child or inheritance. Here we will use implements. And in inheritance, what we call this as? In inheritance, at the top, whatever we will have, what we call that as? Parent class. At the bottom, child classes. Yes or no? Here, what we call this as? What we call this as? Here in this example, we call this particular thing as interface. How can we identify? How can we differentiate? Because here also we will put like this only. Here also we will put like this only. How can we differentiate? If you ask me, we will use angular brackets here. Wherever we are mentioning, that is by looking at the UML diagram. Don't try to use it in your code. Okay, in code we will never use it. Getting my point? There is something called as UML diagram. All these days we used to write, right? One diagram we used to write, and I will normally ask you to code it. Animal program. Yes or no? What you remember, the diagram you remember. Code you can do it by yourself. But there also I was writing box only. Here also if I write box, how will you differentiate? So what they have done? What they have done? Even after going to company, they may display you that UML diagram. You develop this interface. Someone will develop the classes. However, in inheritance, we will call this as parent. We will call this as child classes. But in interface, what we call this as? Here, this one is interface. This one we call it as implementing class. Getting? This one implementing class. This one implementing class. But this is interface. But in inheritance, it is parent and child. How exactly your inheritance will work, I believe all of you know it. But how exactly your, implements will work, you will get to know going ahead. Clear with the point? But normally, if I want to ask you anything about interface, what can you tell? Interface is nothing but collection of public and abstract methods. Okay, why method is public, why it is abstract, I believe all of you know. And also, how can we create interface? So whenever anyone asks you about interface, three statements you should tell. Okay, so first one is interface is nothing but a collection of public abstract methods. Second one is interface keyword itself we will use for creating one interface. And third one is if I want to establish relationship between interface and an implementing class, we should use the keyword called implements. Is that clear? So in diagram itself it is there. If there is an interface, what do you mean by interface? Very first thing, be it any concept, definition. Simple definition, not the hi-fi standard definition. Simple. Okay. Interface means what? Second thing, how to create interface. Okay. Third thing, how to use it. For using it, we will use the keyword called implement. Is that clear? Online?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt till now?
No, sir.
No? Okay. So if anyone asks you about interface, please don't, start telling the story of ledger, that, this, and all. Okay. This is for your understanding purpose. Getting it? So very first point that I have told you, Oracle will develop some other body and, DB2 will develop some other body and Sybase will develop some other body is what I have told. Yes or no? But what is the condition Java have introduced? Whatever body you want to have, you can have it. But method name should be same. Getting my point or not? My question is, previously I had Oracle as one implementing class, assume, and Sybase as one implementation and DB2 as one more implementation like that. How many implementations can I have? Is it written in Java? No. How many implementations can we have?
As much as
Any number of. How much ever you want to have, those many you can have. Getting my point? But however, definitely there are certain conditions that you should follow. Please keep listening. You miss here. You miss after this, you miss at any point of time, you forget for listening. Don't attend for upcoming class only. I mean to say, after that, after missing one or two rules, if you think of attending also, it is total waste. Because anyways, you will not understand. That is my promise. Okay, you miss and you will not understand. That is my promise I'm telling you. So now, as I've already told, sir, is it really true, sir? 100% true, and also I will code it. Okay, I will code it and show. So please keep observing. Okay, so what I will do first, I will develop here. This one as what? It is an interface. And what is the name of this interface? My calculator 1 year. Because later I will use 2 also for that purpose. Next what? Inside this, I will write void add void mul and void div. Now my question is, void mul and div I'm using. What is the complete, By default, what all access modifiers or keywords will be assigned to this one? Huh. By default, public and abstract will be there. Whether you write it or you don't write it, by default it will be public and abstract. Where it will be public and abstract? Inside an interface, everything will be by default public and abstract. Next what? Now I will create one class. Why? Because I want to give body for that. Okay. What is the name of this? I will tell the name as calculator 1. That is my calculator 1. Here it is calculator 1. And here what I will say, this particular class, be careful. I'm telling you because whatever I'm telling here, same thing I'll keep using very frequently. If you remember, control flow during the concept of methods, super keyword, garbage collector, garbage object. How many times we have used? So many times. Till encapsulation concept also, till inheritance also we were using it. Yes. Hopefully from polymorphism we stopped it. Yes or no? So please be careful. Here also it will happen the same way. Okay. So whenever I say that one class, okay, this is a class. It is going to implement one interface. Means what? Means what? If any class is telling that it is implementing one interface, means what?
It inherit all the methods.
What does it mean, Jayan? Are you all Jayan? Are you all Jayan? No, right? What does it mean? However, if there is a class which is implementing an interface, means what? Whether right or wrong, something at least. That is good. Answer is right or wrong, at least I'm trying, sir. Happy about it. Good. But don't do the same in interview or test. Okay. I mean to say, learn it and then answer. So here, please listen. I'm trying to keep it short and simple in such a way you can remember. Okay. Because this rule will help you to remember other rules. Whenever whenever a class is there which is implementing an interface, means this particular class is making one promise. What promise? That I will give the body for all the methods which are present in an interface. Because in an interface, will there be body? No. Okay. So if there is any class which is implementing an interface, means what? This particular class is making one promise that it will give body for all the methods which are present in interface. All the methods, not some. All the methods it should give the body. Please observe. So it should give the body for which all? Void, null, it should give the body. And void, div also, it should give the body. So what I will write for multiplication method in calculator 1 class? Body I want to give, right, for multiplication. What body I will give? Multiply some number. Which number? I will take, assume, I will not take it from user. Okay. I myself, being a programmer, I will directly give the input. That is for multiplication, I'll give 10. A, I will give 10, B, I'll give 20, and I'll multiply it. Same thing with division. I'll give A 20, B 10, and I'll try to divide it. Getting my point? Next what? Somehow I have given the body. Next what? I will try to create. What is this? Another implementing class is what I'm creating. Here, what exactly I'll try to do? If I'm telling that this particular class is implementing an interface, means what? This particular class is making one promise saying that whatever methods are there in parent class, for all those methods, this particular class should give the body. It is not optional. Can give the body, there is a difference. If you use can in place of should, definitely it makes lot difference. Getting my point? It should give the body. Okay, it is compulsory to all the methods it should give the body. So here for which all method I'll give the body? Mala I'll give the body. And for div also I'll give the body. Sir, why you are not writing the body, sir? What is that body? I'm telling it because writing it means, even board will get shorter. I mean to say, even this board is not sufficient to write that complete board. Okay, so directly I'll type it. However, here, whenever I say multiplication and division, here what body I was giving? Wow. Then why should I ask the question? Whenever I say multiplication in calculator 1, I was giving being a programmer and being a user, I myself was giving the values directly. Yes or no? I was giving the values as A equal to 10, B equal to 20. But here what I will do? Huh? A? I will take the inputs from user. I don't want to give the input being a programmer and user both. What I will do, I will take the input from user. Means I will ask the user, please enter the value of A. Please enter the value of B. Multiply and store it in C and display it. In a similar way for division. Please enter the value of A, please enter the value of B, divide it and store it in C and display it. Done. Yes or no? Yes or no? But did I give the method body for both the methods, that is Mal and Div? Okay. Next what? Here, I will try to create one more. Which type of class? Implementing class, and I will tell that this class is implementing one interface, which means this class, what does it mean? What does it mean if class is implementing an interface? Give method, give body to all methods. Did I also say in same way? If any class is implementing an interface, it means that this class is making a promise. It should give the body, should. There is a difference. Give body. I will not give then. Okay. It should give the body for all the methods that are present in an interface. It should. Getting my point? So here it will give the body. For what it will give? For Mal it will give. Okay. And for div also it will give. Got it? Yes or no? In first one, how I am giving the body? Being a programmer and a user, I am giving the inputs or values directly by myself. Here, I am taking it from user. Here, what I will do then? Is there anything apart from user and programmer himself? Is there any other option? What I will do here, I will take it from user only. Means I will accept it from user. User accepted inputs I want. But along with that, in second one also I was doing the same. But did I check for valid input or invalid input here? Directly I multiplied, displayed, directly I divided it, displayed it. But here what I'll do? I'll check. Why, sir? Why should we check? You think and tell me. Assume that I want to perform multiplication. And if there is one value which is 0, is it acceptable? I want to multiply, but one of the values, either A or B, its value is 0. Can we accept? Why? Because you multiply anything with 0 will become 0. And if I have to speak about division, if denominator is 0, is it acceptable? No. What it leads to, I will tell later. Okay, what it leads to, later we will speak. But as of now, if I try to, do this particular operation, will it work? I mean, here what I will try to do, I will try to check if the inputs are valid or not after accepting from user. But here, just accept, try to do the operation. Here, by myself, I'll give the inputs and I'll try to do the operation. Is that clear? Yes or no? But what is the condition here? What is the condition here? Whatever method name that is given by Java, method body, whatever you want, you use it. I don't care. Getting my point? Method body, method body, whatever you want, you use it. I don't care. But what is the rule by Java? Method name should be same. It should be there. If it is not there, assume that here I will not give multiplication method. Then it leads to error. You can't assume that, sir, I want to write multiplication only. By mistake, I have written double L. Will it work? 100%. No. It should be compulsorily be there. Whatever methods that are there in interface, all those methods should be there in implementing class also. Compulsory. Getting my point? If I miss any one method, will it work? No. Clear? Yes or no? And whatever features that used to work with inheritance, most of the features will work here also. Means what? If I want to achieve polymorphism, don't you think there should be inheritance? There should be connection. In a similar way here also, if you want to perform polymorphism, you can perform it. That anyways will come in upcoming rules. As of now, till here, is this clear? Yes or no? We will not use any concept of polymorphism here for first program. Going ahead, we will use it. Directly, we will create object of calculator 1, 2, 3. But now my question is, if I write like this, will my program work? What is the first rule of overridden methods? There is a concept of rules of overridden methods which I myself have explained, which took some time also. What is the very first rule of overridden methods? Really? Did I ask method overloading? Rules of overridden methods. Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3. What is the first rule? Others. In parent class, if there is one method which I am trying to override, okay. In parent class, it was public. Can I make it as default in child class? Which is having more visibility, at least that much you should remember. Public, and then
Protected. Default.
and then private.
Private.
So if it is public in parent class method, okay, in child class, that is overridden method, can I reduce the visibility? If you want, you can increase the visibility, but reduction, never. Second rule says that you cannot change the return type of overridden methods. And third rule says that you can change it, provided there should be easy relationship between what? One person tell wrong answer, everyone will tell wrong answer. Parent and child. Every time I'm telling you, especially
Yes.
here,
Relationship between
without thinking,
return
I'll get
type.
many times answer. Without thinking. I'm not, complaining it or something. It will affect your own interviews. Later you will realize. Shit, I was knowing the answer. By mistake, I've given wrong answer. Later, what you will do? Will interviewer listen? I will listen. Interviewer will listen. Think first and then you answer. Okay. So now, what I'm trying to say here, if you ask me, though it is not a parent and child, but still this method is considered as what method? Overridden only. It does not mean that there should be parent and child relationship only. Ultimately, here one type of relationship is still existing. That is not extends, but definitely it is implements. Okay, even whenever there is implement method, here whatever method is there, and same method if I write here, that we call it as overridden method only. Getting my point? Okay, now my question is, by default, what is the visibility of this method? Public or access modifier, that is nothing but, I already told you, what is it?
Abstract.
Guys, there is level of patience for everyone. You don't answer.
Public.
If I start waiting until everyone answers, your 2 hours will just go like this. I'll wait complete 2 hours. You want me to do it? Or should I wait until everyone answers, or should I start asking each one? It will go in very bad way, I'm telling you. How much ever good I can do, I can go to the lowest of lowest. Don't make me to go till that. So it is better if you answer. Okay, suggestion. However, here by default all the methods. What is the definition of interface? You tell me. Wow.
Collection of
Collection
public
of public
abstract
abstract methods.
methods.
What I told there, it is a collection of public abstract methods. Here, now by default, what will be the access modifier for this method? Public. In definition only it is there. Yes or no? But inside a class, if you write one method, what is the access modifier by default? Default
Public.
it will be. In a class, will it be public? Whoever told from online. In a class, if there is a method, in an interface, I told you that by default it will be public and abstract. But have I ever told you that inside a class, if you write one method, by default it will be public? Never ever. By default, what will be the access modifier?
The default.
Default.
Is that clear? So now what is the problem here? Don't you think we are reducing the visibility? Yes or no? So what we should do? We will get one error. What we should do to overcome that?
So we will
Make it
increase
public.
the visibility, sir.
Was it not done in your class? It was not told. So in implementing class, whatever you used to create, what is the access modifier you have written? Nothing. Void directly. Will it work? I think you guys are using Eclipse, right? There you will get one error. You click on that error, by default it will make it public. Okay. You don't know why it is happening. Why it is happening? Because rules of overridden methods it is, you can never reduce the visibility. I told you rules of overridden methods, it is one such concept you should know, not only for your interview purpose, also for working purpose. Getting my point? If this interface is developed by someone else, assume that already this interface is pre-developed, means someone else has already developed it and kept these two classes are there. Now you will join and you want to create this particular class. How will you create? You will create anyways class implement this particular interface. You will tell you want to override this method. If you just write void null, you'll get error. You can't just write it. And in Eclipse, anyways, you will get a suggestion. But why it is happening, that also you should know, right? So, however, it's all up to you how you will do. That is the reason I keep saying, please do use Edit Plus. Do you think I can't use Eclipse here? I could have also used Eclipse, right? If someone is thinking that I don't know the usage of Eclipse, okay. However, here, please follow it carefully and quickly, because before you think, before you observe, I'll finish the program only. Complete program typing I'll finish. So please, please, please be careful. Okay. Here, whenever I'm coding, from where I should start? From where I should start? Question I'm asking.
The top.
From top or from bottom?
The top.
Same thing applies here also. Okay. That is interface keyword, my calculator 1. Inside this, what I should write? Void mul method and void div method. Got it? Next what? Class calculator 1 implements. my calculator 1. If you can observe, it is coming in blue color implement. Why? Because it is a keyword. Okay. Next, inside this, as I've already told, I should create what? Mul method. Okay. And then I should also create div method, but for you to understand, I will not write it, you assume. However, mul method, I'll try to finish it. Integer type A equals to 10, integer type B equals to 20, integer type C equals to A star B, and then system dot out dot println of C. Okay. Here I'll try to say it as launch calculator. Okay, and inside this I don't want to do anything as of now. Okay. Next, I have written this much. Now I'll save it and I'll compile it. If you can observe, don't observe this point, calculator 1 is not abstract. Okay, forget this point as of now, till here, till and you forget it. After that you see, it does not override abstract method div in my calculator 1. Getting my point? Yes or no? It is saying that mul method is there, but div method is not there. And again, there is one more error. What is it? Mul method in calculator 1 is a implementing class, cannot implement mul method in my calculator 1. And why? What is the reason? It is clearly telling that you are trying to assign weaker access privileges, which was public previously. I believe you still remember this error. So what I should do? If I do it as public, then one error will get cleared, that is assigning weaker access privilege, that one. But however, there will be one error for sure. What is that? You are not overriding the method called div in my calculator 1. Is that clear? You should do it. Okay. However, here I'll just try to say public void div. And what I'll do is I'll try to give this particular body only with small changes. What is that if you ask me? B by A I will do. Because A by B, if I do 10 by 20 also we can do. But we'll get the output as 0, right? No, 10 by 20, we can do it. 20 by 10 if I do. Whichever. By A. Okay. We will do this. Next what? This one also I have written as public only. Yes. Next what? Class calculator 2 implements my calculator 1. Yes. Next what? Here also what I should do? As I've already told, method name should be same. Okay. But however, the body I will definitely change it. How can I change it? Scanner type, yes, equals to new scanner of system dot in. And then here I don't want to, okay, system dot out dot println, enter the values of A and B. And then here, yes, dot next int. And then here, yes, dot next int. Yes. So I'll just do this much. Here also, what I should do? Enter the value of A and B. Okay. Okay. Here also I have read the integer, stored it in A, integer, stored it in B, and then I have divided and printed it. Yes. Am I even checking is it a valid input or not? I'm not really even checking it. So next what? Class calculator 3 implements my calculator 1. public void null I should give, and then public void div I should give. Yes. And what body I'll give here? It is the same old body whatever I have given here. And for this one, it is the same old body whatever I have given here. Yes. But before performing this operation, I'll accept the input, both inputs. But before performing multiplication, I'll check if A equal to 0 or B equal to 0. Then I'll say that system.out.println invalid inputs. Yes. Else, else I will try to do this operation and multiply the, display the value of C. Yes. In a similar way, here what I'll do? Here also I should check for division. What I'll check? If B equal to 0. Sorry, denominator is A, right? A equal to 0. Whenever you want to perform multiplication, it is, both the inputs should not be 0. If any one of the inputs becomes 0, then output will be 0 for multiplication. But for division, denominator should not be 0. Am I right? So here I will say, why I am telling A? Because I am dividing it by A. Denominator I have made it as A, so I am taking A. Getting my point? So this is confusing. If you are getting confused, you can do A by B. And then you can write B equal to 0. Yes. So here I will write if A equal to 0, then I will try to say system.out.println invalid what? Okay. Else, clear? Okay. In first class, what I have done? I have given the values directly. In second class, I have accepted it from user. In third class, I have accepted it from user as well as before performing the operation, I am just checking it. And at the top, anyways, I definitely need import java.util.scanner. Okay, next, here I'll come to main method and then I'll try to create an object of calculator one type cal c or c1 equals to new calculator 1 and then calculator 2 c2 equals to new calculator 2 and in a similar way calculator 3 type c3 equals to new calculator 3. Okay, and then c1 dot mul you do it and c1 dot div you do it and then system dot out dot println what I'll print here this one should be clear. However, assume that here one changes I'll do. I'll not make this as public. In class calculator 3, which is implementing my calculator 1 interface, in calculator 3, div method, I made it as default. Will it work? If I made it as default, will it work? Why?
No, sir.
Okay, yes, it is saying not visible. If you can see the very first error, what is it? Yes, what it is saying in very first error? It was public previously, now you made it as default. So what I'll do here, I'll just add public. Clear? Next what? Next, here definitely I should add one more thing, that is scanner type yes equals to new scanner of system dot in. Save, compile. Is there any errors? Yes or no? There should not be, but if it is there, we can't do anything. However, there is no errors. Okay. See, if you keep practicing on a daily basis also, the typing the program part I am speaking, if you keep practicing on a daily basis, whatever errors you will get, right? Whenever you are typing itself, your mind will sense, okay, I committed this mistake. Assuming that you will not get also in the beginning. As soon as you see the error, at least you will get an idea, okay, this is the mistake that I've committed at least. That will happen only when you keep practicing the programs, typing as well. Understanding anyways you can get, but typing and those errors. Okay, so please try to make sure that all of you are typing and practicing it, whatever program you try. Okay, so directly I'm getting 202. Am I right? Yes. Next, enter the value of A and B. What is the value of A and B? I'll enter 10, 20. I got the output as 200. Here, enter the value of A and B. I'll do it as 20 by 10. I got 0. Okay, this is the output of division. Division, right? Did I check anything? No, I didn't check anything. However, here, next value of A and B. I'll give 10 and 0. Immediately it will give invalid inputs because in third class I am checking as well. Yes. And for division method, I'll give 10, 20 and then 0. Okay, I am doing A, I guess. I thought that and I changed it. See here, B by A. I should have given A as 0. Anyways, I believe all of you understood that. I should have given the A value as 0. First I'm accepting A, right? A value I should have given as 0 because I'm making A as denominator there, not B. Clear with the point? However, now what is the very first rule that should be, explained? What is the first rule?
This modifier's visibility should be increased.
Is that a rule, guys? I'm asking about this concept. In this concept, this is one rule. Overall, in interface, there are 14 rules. Not one or two, it is almost all around 14 rules. You should know all the 14 rules. And again, you should not tell in front of interviewer saying that's the rule number 1, this one, rule number 2, this one. But you just keep explaining the things. Okay, whatever I have explained, same way you explain it, but you should not use the term called rule. But for you to remember it easily, there are rules. Getting my point? So what exactly is the first rule that it says if you ask me? Like this. One implementing class I had, two implementing class I had, third implementing class I had. Like this, how many I can have? How much ever you want to have, you have it. Not an issue. Getting my point? But again, what should be the method names? Same, it should be there. It is not option, it should be there. Whatever methods are available in interface, all those methods should be there in child class. Getting my point? So first rule says that interface can have, an interface can have n number of implementations or any number of implementations. What are implementations here? This is first implementation, second implementation, third implementation. Like this, how many I can have? N number of. So first, I will take the short code is n. Next what? I don't know if I can cover till here. It is not just for one batch I'm doing it. From past, whenever I have done all the batches, for everything it is the same code. So first one is what? N number of implementations. Getting it? Don't copy it. You do it by yourself. No, why you are copying from mine? You want to copy this one only? Copy it. Your wish. However, what is P? That you should explain it here only. Will I give that a separate rule or what? Already it is done. For you to remember, no, it should be big. Here, N means what? An interface can have any number of or N number of implementations. To remember it easily, I have written N. Okay, N is also same, N is also same. Both are not defined. Okay, endpoint is not defined. P means using interface we can achieve polymorphism, or interface helps us to achieve polymorphism. Keep it this way, using interface we can achieve polymorphism. Yes. How to achieve polymorphism now? In this, just remember this scenario. Now second rule I'm discussing, using interface we can achieve polymorphism. Now you think this scenario, which particular polymorphic version I'll choose? Version 1 or version 2?
2, sir.
Why?
Because method names are same.
It is not just about method names. All the classes are having same method which I want to call. Yes or no? How to achieve polymorphism now? Version 2 is what I should follow. That is true. How to achieve? For that, few steps are there. What is that? First, I'll create one class which is common for all these classes, and inside that create one method and pass the parent class reference. But here, is there any parent class reference? Is this a parent and child? Here there is a interface. Interface type reference you should pass. That is the change. Getting my point? Process remains same. You should not tell it as parent type reference. You should tell it as interface type reference. You should pass interface type reference. Done. Next. Inside that, using that reference, call all those methods, whichever you want to call for, all the classes. Okay. How to do it? Please observe. Again, I will not take much time to explain this part because already it is done before. Keep observing. Here, class maths. Yes. Yes or no? Inside this, what? Initiate of. I'll try to say my calculator data type MC1, and then MC1 dot mul method I'll call, MC1 dot div method I'll call. Yes. And then here I'll come. Here, should I create, should I, call it like this? Why? Why not this way? Why not this way? I mean, whatever I have selected, why not that way? In simple words, that is true. Anyways, whatever you are saying is true, but that is with respect to benefits, it will be easy. But here, in simple words, it is not first version also. Tight coupling, simple. Where you said tight coupling? Did you say? You are saying. So here, I don't want to use, or I don't want to call methods using tight coupling. I want to achieve polymorphism. Even after creating that class, creating that method, if I directly call by using C1, what is the purpose of, doing all those steps to achieve polymorphism? Yes. So what I should do? I'll create an object of maths type m equals to new maths, and then m dot initiate of C1 you pass, Yes. And then done. Just observe if it works or not. Quickly, I'll keep giving the inputs. Reach the end of file. Here it is closed. Closed. Someone is on unmute. Please be on mute, guys. Here. Okay, it is 1. My calculator 1. There should not be any error. Then try to execute it. Here. 202, 10, 20, and then 20, 10, 0, and then 10, 0, and then 0, 20. Invalid denominator. Clear? So second rule, is that clear? Using interface, we can also achieve polymorphism. What do you mean by yes? Statica. Why static will come? Okay. So next, what do you mean by yes if you ask me? Using this, what is the benefit? After doing all this, don't tell me the advantages of interface. I'm telling, by looking at this, what you can feel by looking at this diagram. Wow. If you would have told some other words, then I would have thought that with all the struggle and efforts, but now thinking that is difficult. Okay. Here, standardization means what? Means what? Don't you think here also I will be using same methods? Here also I will be using same methods. Here also I'll be using same methods. Even if I create 100 more implementing classes, everywhere method name will be same. Don't you think it is a standardized way? Yes or no? We are able to achieve standardization. Means what? Everywhere same method names will be called. Previously, the first rule, very first rule, did I say anything about method names in first rule? No, what I told you. N number of implementing classes you can create or implementations you can create, that I told. Anything did I speak about method names? No. Here what I am telling, we can achieve, I mean, interface helps us to achieve standardization. If anyone asks you how, here also we will have same method name, here also, even if we have 100 more, everywhere also it should be same method names. Clear? Online?
Sir, we can splice, add methods name extra. More methods.
Sorry?
We can add more methods or not?
You should have patience is all I can say.
Okay.
Can we have specialized methods or not? Definitely true, right question it is, but it is still third rule I can see. It is still rule number 3. Okay, what we discussed now. Still how many more rules are there? After doing 3 also it will be 14 only. Then 14 minus 3. Wow. Such a big calculation. How many are there? Huh? 11. Others are still calculating. Okay, 14, 13, 12, okay, 11. Are you guys still calculating or what? However, keeping that aside, third one is done. Next what? For you to remember it easily. Okay. What is the time? 10 o'clock. So much time I have. By looking at this, what will you understand? Wo, I have written object and into mark. We cannot create the object of an interface. Why?
By default, it will
Answer though it is right. Answer is right. My way of explanation definitely I should put. Without that I cannot proceed. So what I want to tell you is, object you cannot create for an interface. Means interface object can never be created. The reason is, ultimately what exactly interface will have? It is a collection of public and abstract methods. Keep your public access modifier for aside as of now. What is left out? Abstract. It is nothing but collection of abstract methods for now. Okay, abstract methods means what? Which method? Those methods which do not have any body or implementation to it. Both means the same. So now, when there is no body, don't you think those methods are incomplete? If there are any methods which are abstract, which means it is a incomplete method. When it will get completed? Who will complete it? Child classes or implementing classes will complete it. Yes or no? Here also in interface, these methods are abstract by default. Abstract means what? There is no body for any of these methods. Okay, if none of these methods are having body, all the methods are abstract, which means, don't you think this complete interface is incomplete? You need not make it as abstract here for now, but ultimately, don't you think all these are incomplete only? Whenever you have anything which is incomplete, can you create an object of it? Anything which you have incomplete, can you create an object of it? Never. So for interface, you can never create an object. See here. Forget this one now. I'm trying to modify in same program. No. Okay, quickly I'll try to create one more class. You assume role file. Okay. Next, interface my calculator one void mul and void div. Okay. Launch rule 5. Next here, I'll try and check if there is any error or not. Is there any error? What output I'll get? Hello world. Okay. I'll try to say my calculator 1 type MC1 equals to new my calculator 1. Save it, compile it. Immediately you will get one error. Check. And also, anyways, error it will give, but from where it is giving, you check. Where it is giving new keyword wherever you have written, that symbol if you can see. Here it is showing. Where it is pointing to new. So wherever you are using new keyword for my calculator 1 type interface, immediately it will generate an error. Why? It is saying that you cannot be instantiated. Instantiated means what? Object cannot be created. Why? My calculator is abstract. My calculator 1 is abstract. But you please observe, did I do anywhere my calculator 1 as abstract? No, but still it is saying. Why? If anything present inside a house, assume that I want to construct one house blueprint. Inside house blueprint, everything is incomplete. Then by default, don't you think house blueprint is also incomplete? In a similar way, here whatever is present, everything is incomplete. Then by default, this one is also incomplete. Means here if everything is abstract, by default this is also abstract, because of which you cannot create an object of it. What is the next keyword I have written? Reference. And I have written right mark. What does it mean? If you remember the second rule, where we achieve polymorphism, what we have created? Reference of Both are sleeping. Is there any concept of parent class here? Polymorphism तो हुआ है. इसका मतलब ऐसा थोड़ी है कि ये parent और child जैसा काम करेगा. In the beginning itself, I have told you, extents means you will use parent and child. Implements means what we will call this as. That I know. You will tell this only. That is the reason in the beginning itself I have told you, you should not call this as class. If interface also you will call it as class. What is the difference between class and interface then? Okay. I know until you get habited, same thing will come, but please try to get habited. Okay. What I'm trying to say, we can, even though we cannot create the object of interface, but definitely we can create the reference of interface. If you remember the second rule, that is where we achieved polymorphism, what did we create? To achieve polymorphism here in this program, what did we do? In this program, to achieve polymorphism, previously I have created one reference, right? If you can see here itself, that program is also there. Here, this is the reference I have created. My calculator one is what here? Please check. So what exactly we have created here? What is this? Even though we cannot create an object of interface, however, reference of interface is permitted in Java. Getting my point? Yes, no? Which complete your fifth rule. Yes? What is the code? As simple as that. NPSOR. N for any number of implementations. P for it helps to achieve polymorphism. S for it helps in achieving standardization. O for we cannot create the object of interface. R for though we cannot create the object of interface, however, reference of interface can be created or permitted. Anything is fine. Clear? Should I repeat it? We can create any number of implementations for an interface. Okay, second rule. Interface helps in achieving polymorphism. Using interface, we can achieve standardization. We cannot create an object of interface. However, we can create a reference of interface. Is that clear? Next comes the question. AD multiple, be careful here. A for what?
So blackboard.
Wow, wow. Such a right answer you are giving. How is it even possible? How? You should be smart in front of interviewer, at least not in front of me. Okay. However, next, A for what? What? It is nothing but abstract. Okay. I'm telling you the keyword as well as the concept. So please try to cope up with both. Okay. Abstract means what? Why exactly we are making the keyword of abstract? Please do remember. Okay. Here, if any classes, I told you I will ask you, now I'm asking if any class is implementing an interface, means what? At any point of time, if there is any class which is implementing an interface, which means this class is making a promise saying that I will surely give the body for all the methods in an interface. Sir, what if I don't give? Patience. See, very commonly, you guys will also make promise. What promise you will make? Really? Such a promise you guys will do? Okay. But however, what I know about some of you guys, I'll consider that some of you, what you will do? I'll be with you forever. Together forever. I'll marry you only. such a promises you guys will commit. Some of you. I cannot, blame everyone. However, some of you will commit such a, promises. After committing, will you be able to follow it? Seriously? Okay. However, you will not be able to follow. So next, what will happen? At least, as you made a promise, you are not able to follow it. At least, what you should say? At least you should ask for sorry. Don't, apply it in real world. Okay. Anything and everything may happen. If you go and simply say sorry, they will kill you. Okay. Or you will commit suicide. So what I'm trying to say, at least you should ask sorry. Okay. You promised that you will marry one person, but you didn't marry. At least, anyways, you are not marrying. At least you should ask for sorry. In a similar way here also. Interface, class is implementing an interface means what? Means what? Sorry? Don't tell other examples, okay? It is making a promise that it should give the body for all the methods in the interface. However, if it is not giving, sir, I will not give, sir. Okay? If it is not giving, for which all it should have given? It should have given for Mal as well as Div. Mal it have given, but Div it didn't give. Means promise has been broken. Then what we should do? Whenever you are not able to fulfill the promise, at least you should ask for sorry in real world. However, here what I can tell you is you should make the class as abstract. Getting my point? You should give the body for all the methods, okay, or otherwise. At least you should ask sorry by making the class as abstract. Assume that here I will not give this method. Then again, what I should do? I should make this as abstract. But be careful, if I have made this as abstract, you think and tell me, can I create an object of this class? If you remember abstraction concept, can I create an object of abstract class? No.
sir.
Then how can I call this method?
The child class. Create a child class and then call it.
Again, create one more child class, sir. Just to call this method, should I create one more child? No, just make it as static. And then calculator one dot mul. Clear? Yes or no? What exactly this rule says? Simple thing. Whatever I have explained, same thing. Not all those examples and all. Just to remember, it is, just listen once. It is not compulsory for an implementing class. What is this? Implementing class. It is not compulsory for an implementing class to give the body for all the methods which are presented in an interface. However, if you are not giving the body for all the methods in an interface, what we should do? Declare the class as abstract. Clear? It is not compulsory for an implementing class to give the body for all the methods in an interface. However, if we are not giving, definitely we should declare the class as abstract. A for that abstract. Clear? Sir, is it really true? Shall I explain both together? A and D. A is anyways explained. I'll type it. I mean to say both together. Shall I type? I'll explain once and both the rules I'll type together because still I have not typed this program. Okay. So I'll explain this one also and then both together I'll do it. Fine. Or should I do all the three? For you it is done. So you will say yes, yes, yes for everything. However, D for what? Downcasting. What exactly that stands for? Downcasting only. Wow. Such answer. I was not knowing. Really? Okay. Assume that, anyways, this rule is that clear. We should make the classes abstract. As of now, you assume that here I will give the body for what? Div also. Okay. Now, if there is an implementing class, is it compulsory that we should have all the methods which are overridden only? Can't we have specialized methods? Yes means we can have or we can't have. We can definitely have it. But again, my question is, add you assume. Here, this method I should make it as what? Public, because it is overridden method, and overridden method you cannot reduce the visibility. What type of method? This one is specialized method. Is it compulsory to write public here? No, because for specialized method by default, if I write default also, what is the problem? Because there is no, I am not reducing the visibility. For telling the reducing the visibility, at least first is this method there? No, because it is specialized method. It is present only in child class. Now the question is, I have anyways written specialized method inside this implementing class. Am I right? Now the question is, those who have understood previous concepts properly, they can answer. Think and answer to my question. Can I access this specialized method? Can I access this method using interface type reference? Yes. Can I access this method using interface type reference? Yes. Can I access this method using interface type reference?
No, sir.
How? I'm asking. How did I ask for this? Did I ask explicitly downcasting or upcasting? Did I ask here? Then here also same way I'm asking. Can I access it? Can I access directly this method? Why no? Because this is specialized method. Specialized basically means what? It is specific only for child or implementing class. Here I cannot say child. It is specific only for implementing class. Is it anywhere related with parent, I mean interface? No. However, if this method is here also available, means void add, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon. If that method by chance was available here also, then definitely I could have accessed it by using interface type reference. I told you, until and unless you get habit, parent class only will come. Getting my point? Okay. If this method signature was here also, then definitely I can access it by using interface type reference. But is it there? No. So this method is considered as which type? Specialized. If there is any specialized method, even in your polymorphism, if you remember polymorphic version 1, when we will go with version 1? When there are any specialized method. However, using parent type reference, can I access specialized methods? Using parent type reference, can I access specialized methods directly? Should I add the word directly or what for all of you? Can I access specialized methods by using parent type reference? No. However, if I want to access, can I access? No. But if I want to access, no sir, I want to access at any cost, then what we will do? Then we will do downcasting. Getting my point? But can I access specialized method using parent type reference or interface type reference? No. In your inheritance concept, parent type reference. In your interface type concept, interface type reference. Using interface type reference, can I access specialized methods? No. However, if I want to access, what I should do? That is only the rule. Okay. Here, what I'm trying to say is using interface type reference. Okay. Again, if you want to unnecessarily drag it, you can also extend it by saying implementing. It is not compulsory for an implementing class to only have overridden method. We can also have specialized methods. However, using interface type reference, we cannot access specialized methods. If at all, if we want to access, then we should perform downcasting. If you want to keep it simple, what you should say, using interface type reference, we cannot access specialized methods in implementing class. However, if you want to access, we should perform downcasting. How? How to perform downcasting here? What we will write? We will write like this, right? Inside initiate method. Here will be your initiate method. Yes. Inside this, you remember initiate method or not? My calculator one type MC. Okay, version 1, version 2 it will become. I don't want to use version 2. I want to use version 1. So my calculator type reference I have created, but have I assigned any object to it? No. Where it is pointing in the beginning? Nowhere. Not null also, nowhere it is pointing. Okay, next what? I will tell MC1 dot mul. Will it work? Yes or no? I will assign that.
No, sir.
MC1 equal to C1 I will assign. Okay, fine. Now, if I try to do this, will it work? Yes, using interface type reference, am I trying to access overridden method? Okay, will it work? MC1 is mul is overridden method, right? Here also there, here also there. Next, using interface type reference, can I access div? Yes. Using interface type reference, can I access add? No. Okay, no. But however, if you ask me, sir, I want to access it, sir, then what I can do? Only this particular statement, convert it to clear. This MC1 here, it was interface type reference only for this line. I don't want it to be of type interface. I want it to be of type calculator 1. That is implementing class. I have done that. Clear? So what exactly your D stands for? Full rule. We cannot access specialized methods by using interface type reference. However, if we want to access, we should perform downcasting. Repeat. No. Simple thing, nothing to worry here. It does not even mean that you should tell it same to same words you should use. Nothing as such. You do it by your own way. Anyways, I will give it. PPT is also there from here. Again, from today's concept, PPT is there. But some rules are missing. I'll add that. From here after, whatever concept will come, PPT is all set. Okay. But in between, whatever was there, that I should prepare. However, if it is not happening also, whatever notes is there, my notes, I'll, create a document by scanning it. Okay. And I'll share that notes itself. Anyways, I'll see to it what can be done. However, very first rule. See, code is simple. NPSORAD multiple. NPSORAD multiple. Okay, I remember like that. It all depends on you how easy you can do it for yourself. If you want to make it easy, if you want to change it, you can change it by yourself. But it is working for me from past at least 6 years. Okay, from 6 years, I never used to see the notes for interface concept. Only with this I'll run. Okay, so what exactly N for? An interface can have any number of implementations. Using interface, we can achieve polymorphism. Interface helps in achieving standardization. We cannot create the object of interface. Though we cannot create the object of interface, we can create the reference of interface A. Don't see that. Abstract means what? It is not compulsory for an implementing class to give the body for all the methods in an interface. However, if we want to, it is not compulsory for an implementing class to give the body for all the methods in an interface. However, if we are not giving it, then we should declare the class as abstract. Last word. Okay. In a similar way, next one. We cannot access specialized methods by using interface type reference. However, if we want to access by interface type reference, then we should perform downcasting. In this also, downcasting is the last word. Just remember, backtrack it. Backtrack it means what? For 6 and 7, A and D, that is abstract and downcasting, it will come in last. Means in a rule, it will come at last. Yes or no? We should declare the class as abstract and we should perform downcasting. These are the last keywords. Yes. When you will perform downcasting, normally you think throughout the concept of polymorphism or throughout the concept of abstraction or in this interface. When you will normally perform downcasting? Whenever there are some specialized methods and we are trying to access it using interface type reference. It will directly not work. Then we will try to perform Downcasting. That is what is the rule number 7. A also. Okay. When you should declare the implementing class as abstract? When I should declare the implementing class as abstract? If I miss any method, initially what I told, interface, implementing class implements interface means what? It is like making one promise that we will give the body for all the methods. But by mistake, I miss one method, or there is no requirement for that method. You assume I will not give body for this. I want to deal only with multiplication. Division is not my cup of tea. Then what we should do? Simply, if we leave this, will it work? Simply, if we leave this method, will it work? No. If we are leaving this method, definitely we should make the class as abstract. Clear? That is the usage of your abstract keyword, and then that is the usage of your downcasting keyword.
So suppose that we are not going to override a method declared in the interface, then again we have to create one more type class and we start completing the.
It's all up to you. If you have requirement, if you want to do it, you can do. It's not compulsory, right? That you should create one more implementing class and give the body. If you remember, abstraction concept, bird example, all of you remember? Yes, bird example. There, eagle class was there, within which one was abstract method, another one was concrete method, for which I have given the body there and then itself. I need only that much. I don't want to give the body for, eagle, serpent eagle and golden eagle. I don't want. Is it compulsory? If you don't want to give, don't give. According to your requirement, it works. That's it. You assume that you want serpent eagle and golden eagle, then you should give the body. If not, you need not give. As simple as that. Clear? We will get to know. Wait for some time. Okay, typing I have not done, right? 10:30. Till 10:45 we can track. Late we have started, right? 8:15, 8:20. Somewhere around 8:20 we have started. 28 means 30. So, wait. What is the issue? Sorry? Too much time. So I'll increase the time. Don't worry. So here, why it is slow? What I told you that it should give the body for all the methods. However, if you are not giving the body, what I should do? I'll remove this. My wish I will not give. So now you compile it. Previously, you have also seen one error. In that error, I told you ignore the first part. See that first part only now. Here. Just wait. Here. Calculator 1 is not abstract and does not override abstract method div in my calculator 1. Means what? Inside your calculator 1, either you give the body for div method. No, sir, I don't want to give. Then at least make your class as abstract. Now you read it. Calculator 1 is not even abstract and it is not even overriding div method. That is the reason it is creating an error. Apart from that, is it giving any explanation? No. It means that either you can make the class as abstract or otherwise include div method inside calculator 1, which is implementing class. Clear? Yes. So which is done? Okay, here. Assume that now I want to clear that error. What I can do? I should declare the class as abstract. Now you check that, is that error there? Okay, I'll get another error now. Not that error, but another error it is. What it is saying? I just made the calculator 1 as abstract, right? If there is any abstract class, can I create an object of it? No, for that reason I am getting error. That is because of this line. This line. If this line is not there, then this line also should not be there. Now we check, is there any error? Assume that, sir, I don't want to make the class as abstract, sir. Then what you should do? If you don't want to make the classes abstract, what we should do? At least we should give the body for public void div. What I'll give does not matter. I'll keep it empty. Okay, but body, flower bracket started means body I'm giving. That much only it will understand. Okay. Will I get the output of that method? No, because I'm not calling it on. Getting my point? C1, whatever I was passing here, I stopped that. Means I commented that, if you can observe. Got it? Yes. So what is your rule number 7? 6, is that clear? When we should make the, keyword A, abstract. Is that clear? Online?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So next, this one you keep it. Okay, here I have deleted everything. No? How can I do it? How I can do it? Example I'm saying. See here. Now I'll create one class calculator. One implements my calculator 1. Got it? Inside this, what I'll write? Void. Sorry. What void? Public void month. I'll not write anything. It will still work. Public void div void add. Clear? Okay. Next what? Next what? I can create definitely the reference of interface, and I will create the object of calculator 1. Calculator 1 is the class name. So what I have done, I have created the object of calculator 1, and I have created the reference of my calculator 1, which is an interface, and for MC1 I'll assign C1. C1 is what? Reference of object. And what is MC1? It is just interface type reference. Using interface type reference, can I call mul method? Yes. Can I call div method? If you have doubt, see here, system.out.println. Here I will call mul, and here div method, here add method. Just check. I'll save it. Okay. Compile it. Is there any errors? What output I am getting? Just check. Mul and div. Now I'll try to call mc1.add. Will it work? Immediately I'll get an error saying that you cannot access. Compatibility issue you will get. Cannot find symbol add. Okay. Using variable MC1 of type myCalculator1 means using myCalculator1 type reference. Okay. You cannot access the method add. Why you cannot access? Because add is a specialized method. That is the reason you cannot access it. However, sir, I want to access it at any cost, sir. Then what I should do? Here I'll say make it of type calculator 1. Save, compile. Now you can check that I'll be getting the output as mul, div, and then add. Clear? Yes. How many rules are done? Should we stop? If you ask me to stop also, anyways, I'm not going. Multiple. Multiple means what? Wow. (10:39) it is. Guys, you know, there is no classes after my class, right? Is there any classes? Afternoon, you leave it. We will take some amount of break. And after that, is there any class? No, right? Till afternoon, at least there is no classes if I'm not wrong. Sorry? Before 2:30, there is no class. How much break you will tell, I'll give that much break. Okay. But immediately after that, I'll continue the class. The reason is, how many are done? Almost. Anyways, multiple also I'll finish now. Once I am done with that, which means almost 8. 8 are done. How many more left out? 6 more. If you permit some more time. Anyways, tomorrow my class will not be there. Day after tomorrow my class will not be there. And Sunday also. Friday, right? No. Friday only. Friday I told class will be there. No, it will not be there. Because today night I have to leave. So because of which tomorrow also it will not be there. Day after tomorrow and next day. Okay, 3 days anyways you will enjoy, right? So no, really, wow. I know how happy you will be because class got cancelled. I can see that. However, initially you guys were asking, right? Sir, classes are not happening. We need classes. I told you in the beginning itself. Sooner or later, you will come to that stage. Please leave us. Okay, and this is that stage. Still not. Still you are not in that stage. Soon you will come back. Soon. Okay. Once I come back from native, what I will do? सबको हैबिट हुआ नहीं ना, तुम लोग को तो पता है पहले, इन लोगों का हैबिट नहीं हुआ, कुछ लोगों को. Once I come back from native, what I'll do? कितना भी नहीं है कि 8 hours लेंगे, ठीक है? 6 भी नहीं, 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours of first hour. Sorry? See, if I finish this, left out topic is exception handling, multi-threading, collections. You want me to finish early or you want me to delay it? I can take only one hour. Don't want 1 hour? I can take only half an hour. You know, every day, half an hour we will take. We'll slowly go, no? We still have so much time. I don't have any need for me to finish it at the earliest. Who is having need? You should think first. Okay, you guys are having the need. If you want me to take only 15 minutes, that is also fine. I'll start, I'll end. 15 minutes is done because anyways I'll come 10 minutes late. Okay, and I'll start, I'll end, 2.5 minutes over. Okay, so that is the reason. Though if I start late also, don't worry, that will get compensated. See, at what time I started? 8:30. So till 11 also I will continue. Don't worry. Okay. So here, get back to the class now. 8th rule. What is it? Multiple means what? Multiple inheritance. Is it permitted in Java? Multiple inheritance means what? One child having 2 parents. Don't tell that, sir, we are having 2 parents only. No. What I am telling is, what you are telling is totally different. What I am telling is, one child having father, mother, father, mother. What you are telling is, one child having father, mother. Both are 2 different cases. Whatever I am telling, is it permitted in real world? No, which means it is not permitted in Java also. Parent, if I say, it is not permitted. But however, assume that I am a child, okay, of some parent. Now I will see some new person, he is having one good feature. He is having one very good habit or very good character, you assume. Don't you think I'll accept it and I will also try to follow? In a similar way, I will meet one more new person. He is also having one more good feature. What I'll try to do? Again, I'll try to imbibe that as well and I'll try to follow them. Am I right? Yes or no? Though multiple inheritance is not directly permitted in Java because it will create inheritance means what? Parent and child. And whenever, assume that if you remember the concept, here there is one class, D1 you assume, here there is another class, D2 you assume, here there is another class, this is your D3 you assume. If I try to inherit from here and here both, these two will be acting as parents now. Assume if it works. By default for these two, who will be the parent? For sure it will be object. Okay. If at any point of time, if it is creating diamond shape problem, you should understand that it leads to ambiguity or it leads to confusion is what I have told. Yes or no? But here, now assume that I am considering one implementing class. Which class? Implementing class demo1. Okay. Now I want to imbibe the features from, what is this? What is this? What is this? Name of the interface that is true, but what I have given? My C1 means my calculator, 1 is one interface, my calculator, 2 is one interface. From here and from here, this one. Okay. Will it work? What I told you is diamond shape will be created is what I told. Whenever diamond shape is created, it leads to problem. But here, some of you will say, sir, here also it will create diamond shape. No. If you are thinking, no. The reason, why, sir? I have already told you that for any class, by default, object will be your parent class. If you create any class. But have I ever told you for an interface object is the parent class? Only for all the classes in Java, object is the parent class. For an interface in Java, there is no parent. Object will never be the parent class. Getting my point? So here object will not come. Because of it, is it creating diamond shape? No, not really. Okay. But however, assume that here there is mul method. Okay. Here there is div method. Here there is add method. Here there is sub method. Okay. Then in demo 1, for which all methods I should give the body? You are implementing this interface as well as you are implementing this interface. According to the concept, if an implementing class is implementing an interface, what does it mean? It should give the body for all the methods present in an interface. For that matter, here there are two interfaces. Okay, each having two methods. So in implementing class, how many methods I should have? 4 compulsorily you should have, because here also you are making one promise. From here to here also you are making one promise that I'll give body for all the methods, which means here you should have mul also, div also, add also, sub also. For every method it is compulsory for you to give the body. However, if you say, sir, I am implementing from both the interfaces, but I don't want to give the body for all the methods, then what you should do? Make this class as abstract. That is nothing but your 6th rule. Clear? Yes or no? Next one also, shall I do it and then should I show? Next rule, I mean, both together I will type is what I am trying to say. 48 it is, 2 minutes it will take hardly. Okay, I can do that also and then I'll come back to the execution part. See here. Now what we have discussed here, one particular implementing class, can it implement from multiple interfaces? Definitely yes. This is permitted. But this one, is it permitted? This one means what? It is class, I mean one single class inheriting from 2 parent classes, which is not Permitted in Java, this we call it as multiple inheritance. However, one single implementing class, can it implement from multiple interfaces? Definitely yes. Okay. However, that particular implementing class should give the body for all the methods in first interface, all the methods in second interface as well. Clear with that point? That is what I was trying to say it as multiple. Clear? Means one implementing class can implement from multiple interfaces. Next one is what? What is next one? Okay. Next, what if you ask me, this is your which rule? Eighth, right? AD multiple. So this is eighth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is your eighth one. Next is ninth one. What is ninth one? Nah. You just have to remember C. EI, anyways, you will remember. Okay. After me explaining it. Okay. What is that? One single class is there. What is the name of this class? Assume that calculator 1. Now the question comes, there is one interface and there is one class. This is your my calculator 1 and this is your calculator 2. Here what will be there as it is an interface? Void method without body, void div method without body, and here void add with body, void sub with body. Why it is with body? Because it is a class. But however, it is an interface, so you cannot have the body. But there it is a class, so I can have the body. Getting my point? Now, if it is a class, what type of relationship can I establish from here to here? Can I make it as extends? No. Extends means only between class and class. Between a class and interface, you should make use of implements. Next, what is this? Extend. What is this scenario? One particular class implementing two interfaces. Getting my point? Next, here what it is? One particular class implementing from one interface and extending from one class. Can we do this? Definitely, yes. Getting my point? However, always E only should be first, I should be next. Means what? Always extends only should be the first relationship that you should represent, and then only you should represent implements. You can't represent implements first and then extends. How to remember, sir? According to alphabet, which character comes first? E. Then comes I. That's it. Getting my point? What you just have to remember, a class can implement an interface as well as extend a class. However, always extend relationship should be represented first. Clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Any doubt in this? No? How many more left out? 8, 9 is done. 5 more. 5 more is just like this. However, I want 15-minute break from 11 o'clock. Along with that, you take 15 more minutes. Okay, just to revise. Getting my point? Just to revise whatever I have done. Understanding? Okay. Meanwhile, first I'll execute this. हो गया? क्वेश्चन ये है कि किसको पूछ रहे हैं सर? Okay. Next it is here. I believe the screen is visible. So now we observe. Here I have considered one interface. Here I have considered second interface. Spelling mistake. Calculator 2. Okay. Void add and void sub. Now, can one particular implementing class, can it implement two interfaces? Definitely yes. Can you see this? Previously, whenever we tried to implement, I mean, one particular class extended from two classes, parent classes. Was it working? No, it was giving me error where? Here in this comma. Yes or no? So we also discussed that, sir, remove comma, sir. Give space. Don't give comma only. All these cases we discussed, if you remember. Yes, but still, it will give error there because you cannot extend from two classes. So next, what I will do? Here, if I try to write it, will it work or not? It will definitely work, but again, there will be one error. What is that error? If you are implementing two interfaces, it is fine, but you should give body for all the methods in first interface as well as second interface in your calculator one, that is implementing class. Where, sir? Here. If I don't give, just check. I'll get one error saying that sub method is missing. Where is it? Sub method is missing. Here, this one I have not made it as public, so it is giving error. But however, this one is what you should see. This one I am supposed to make public, so it is giving error. Previously, that was a specialized method. Now I made it as overridden method, so it is giving error. However, this one is that clear? Okay, does not override null method. So what I should give? Public void null. Sorry, sub, right? Sub or which one? And here, public. Now we check, is there any error? No. I will not get the output as sub because I have not written the statement system.out.print sub. I have not written that, so I will not get the output. Is that clear? Okay. Next what? This one is done. Next is one single class. Okay. Here, both of them I have considered it as interface. Now what I will do, I will consider this as class. Class, my I have used for interface, I am writing calculator 2. Getting it? So here I'll give the body. I'll keep it empty as of now. Because if you want to give any body, you can any day give it. Is it required to make it public here? No. It is not even inherited, not even specialized. Just a class having methods. Now here, this one should be same, but however, this one should be extends. Calculator 2. So anyways, all the methods body I have given. Is it required to write public here? For add and sub. Just see this and tell me. For add and sub, is it required to write public? Yes or no? No. But if I delete, will it work? No. 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 Think. If I remove it, will it work or not? It will work because in parent class, what is the access specifier that I was assigned? Default. In child class, if I remove this, what it will become? Default. So in parent also default, in child also default. I'm not reducing it. So definitely it will work. However, if you want to increase, you can anyways increase. So I'm just leaving it as it is. And if you try to compile, check it. You are getting one error. Why? That you will get to know in next tool. Okay, that you will get to know in next tool. As of now, I'll try to give you an idea. See here, They have told that always you should represent extents only first and then your implements. Why is the question? Anyways, they have done the changes. I have done that. It will work now. But why is my question? Why like that only? See, there is no errors. If I try to execute also, it will work for sure. Is that clear? Okay. However, I think it is done. I'll take break. 11:30. I should think first. For you guys, anyways, no problem. I have problem. Okay, let us see. 11:30, I'll keep it. If not, 5 minutes before or later. Okay, just be prepared. I'll end the meeting and at 11:30, all of you should join back again. Else the recording will, exceed the limit. If I continuously keep for unnecessarily half an hour, recording will also charge. Getting? So I'll finish it as of now, but all of you should join sharp by 11:30, or if once meeting is started, I'll drop a message, all of you should join. Okay. Thank you.